Well, hello and good afternoon from St George's College in Weybridge, where this afternoon we'll be bringing you live coverage on rfu.com of one of the NatWest Vase quarter-finals, St George's College against Reading School. My name's Nick Heath and you're very welcome indeed, as both teams are competing for a place in the semi-finals, which will take place at Allianz Park, and from there the chance to play at Twickenham in the final. So the two teams on the pitch already, the conditions as horrendous as it gets, one would say. But the NatWest Cup is the premier tournament in schools rugby. School teams competing regionally and then nationally for the chance to play at Twickenham and clinch the coveted NatWest Cup trophy. Some 1,000 teams take part each year across the country at under 15 and under 18 level. And we're just having a moment's silence before we get underway. So we've had our moment's silence and the teams are ready to get underway. Two teams just appeared on your screen. In the conditions, my monitor has decided to take a dive, but we will do our best to keep you up to date with what is going on here this afternoon. The rain sheeting down. Replacements are on your screen. St George's College, they come into this one off the back of a 31-0 victory over Hurstpierpoint a fortnight ago. It was a narrower affair for Reading School, beating Dauntsey's 24-18, but they're both through, having played 5 rounds of the Vase after each of them got knocked out of the NatWest Cup. St George's lost to Trinity School from Croydon in a match they perhaps could have won, where Reading fell to the mighty Wellington College, who incidentally secured their place in the Cup semi-finals yesterday with a victory over RGS High Wycombe. St George's College then in the maroon tops and white shorts, playing from right to left.
Reading and
the ball is fielded by Reading.
Pretty close, and certainly in the past there have been block fixtures
splashing around in the water and the rain out there. First take is Rowan Smith, who's punched that one up. George Malone, the man carrying on. Reading seeing themselves really as the underdogs in this one. As I said, St George's ruining that loss to Trinity. They might have wished to go further in the halfway line. 30 minutes each way, of course, this one. Nearly an opportunity as it came back there for Harry Delaney, but there's just been a little knock forward on the floor, so we'll have our first scrum of the afternoon. Our referee this afternoon is Steve Wagstaff. Trying to bring you as much of this game as we possibly can. I think the weather's causing us a few gremlins, so do bear with us as the ball is in from Delaney. But it looks like it might be coming back on the Reading side. Referee, I think, is going to allow them to play that. Delaney comes round to try and cause some problems, but Reading have managed to gain control of that. Piling over and comes out with Moffat. Little ball inside, and it's decent ball in hand stuff from Andrew Smith. Big tall Ben Loader is the man playing at fly half. But Reading doing what they know they need to do in these conditions. And they come away through Malone. Loader plays his rugby at London Irish. He's also a county standard cricketer. Sport running through the veins. Decent crowd of the St George's College support over on the far side. That ball has been nudged forward, and so with the knock on we will have a scrum down to St George's College, and they'll be hoping that this scrum goes a little bit better than the last one. In terms of this afternoon, we know the winner here will play the winner of Altrincham against Stowe School, so there's no easy route to the final. Those semis will take place at Allianz Park. Great venues for children of this age group to be able to be playing at and competing at on their rugby journeys. Decent ball for Reading, but the feed wasn't great, but pick-up is there. Trying to find a little bit of room down on this left-hand side. Good bit of running from that was Ollie Hall. Forward pass has been given by the referee. Good break from Hall in the red mottled scrum cap. Coming down here on the M3, and there is just water either side of you. So many areas of the country affected by the weather, but groundsmen here have done a superb job to get this game on. Referee just having a word with both of the front rows. Tom Pears, Will Cook and Jack Walters for St George's. Savat Petrov, Alex O'Brien and Suleiman Ali for Reading. Oh, I don't think that went in. The referee says it's straight out. St George's College, independent mixed Roman Catholic school here in Surrey. Over 900 pupils, notable alumni in Sir Clive Sinclair, the Hollyoake brothers, but this is Reading who are on the charge. Strong work from their number 8, Will Taylor, skipper of the side, and it's been largely Reading so far in this one. Ball is out, Loader wants to try and use his runners, and Kene Obienu is one of them. He can be very dangerous. Close to running 11 flat in 100 metres, Obienu. The referee's going to bring them back for the penalty. Difficult kicking conditions, and Loader decides there aren't going to be any kicks. I'm going to try and run this one up. Sensible and wise, given the fact that his team are enjoying good spells of possession and are getting forward. But a penalty has gone against them. St George's College benefiting from the penalty. So right in the middle of the park, going to have a job to find either touchline in these conditions. Harry Delaney gives it a decent lick, and will get his side a line out over on the far side in front of the home fans, and they need a bit of volume from those home fans because the home side haven't had an awful lot of ball or an awful lot of go forward. Will Cook waits to throw the ball in, the wind grabs it and it really blows over to the Reading side. Referee has blown the whistle, says it wasn't straight. We will have the scrum. So you can see the driving rain on your screen. coming from right to left across this pitch. The wind really picking up as well. Well, the ball is out. It's with Loader. Little ball back inside for Andrew Smith. Setting up the ruck on the 10-metre line. They've got options left and right if they want to use them. Obieno fancies a run, but he's not going to get the ball just yet. And it's a good barracking run instead from Matt Bohr.
Thank you.
St George is doing their best to try and ruck over that, but it's with Loader again as he spotted a gap. Decides to take the contact. Slips the tackle of Rory O'Neill. Ball is at the back.
Forward, George!
Now George Malone wanting to try and make ground. Reading doing well with possession, but they're giving away penalties just at the moment when they get momentum. They'll need to improve on that if they're going to get any points to show from their endeavour. Trees over on the far side showing just how strong the wind is. Going to have another scrum over on the far side. I have to say, in the opening few minutes of this game, it's pretty impressive that we've had even as much rugby as we have. Scrum stays steady for Reading. Loader, Obieno coming in off his wing. Good tackle from Jamie Kelly, but not managed to stop him just yet. Ball comes back on the Reading side. Loader once more wants to use Smith outside him, but there is a possibility of a breakthrough here for St George's, and this would be a cruel blow if it is. It skips on, and on the chase is Ollie Hall. Gets down on it, referee gives the try, and a score against the run of play. And St George's College are on the score sheet with the first try of the afternoon. Ollie Hall profiting from the loose ball. And what a cruel blow that is to Reading, who've done so much well with ball in hand so far. Chance for Harry Delaney to add the extras. Which he does. So St George's College with the lead by 7 points to 0. They will be mighty pleased with that. So the rain continues to fall here in Surrey, just off the M3, and Reading have got some work to do to get back into this one now. St George's gather it in. Are they going to be able to get that ball to ground? Hoping to have rescued a bit of vision on the cameras for you now. And well, the ball's gone loose there again from Ian Davis. Wasn't able to get back and defend when from the loose ball. Ball with us near on this side. Will Taylor, the skipper, lies in the puddle. 7-0 the score to St George's College.
Stick at it, Blue, stick at it.
Knock on the floor. St George's will have the ball. Ahead on the score sheet, and now finally with a scrum inside the Reading territory. Opportunity to capitalise. Referee Mr Wagstaff just making sure the boys know what is required of them. Delaney gets the ball in. Oh, looks like for a moment it might be coming back on the Reading side, but no, it comes back on St George's, and Delaney goes down to the blind side and wants to use Harry Weatherall on the left wing. Little chip over the top. Loose ball on the floor, and it's not easily tidied up by Davis, and in fact it's hacked through by Jamie Kelly. Kelly still in the running for it, but referee has blown the whistle. There was a knock on one way and a knock on the other. I think we will have a scrum down to St George's College. That noise you can hear, incidentally, is many of the staff here helping keep this playing surface in some form of condition. They are sweeping the water off the pitch. Reminds me of South Africa 1995. Many of those African women clearing the water off the pitch so we could get that game on. It's a game of that magnitude here in Surrey, I think you'll agree. St George's with the ball. Delaney.
I won't get it, I promise.
Out through O'Neill, and is there going to be a chance for St George's to score number 2? They've still got the ball. Delaney's got men waiting for it outright. Gets it onto Ollie Hall, but referee has spotted a little infringement. I think it was the forward pass over on the far side. So Reading with the scrum and with an opportunity to clear their lines.
Sorry.
So ball is in for Reading. Picked up at the back by Will Taylor, and Kene Obienu is given the ball on the left wing. Opportunity to try and break for him. Managed to take play up to the 22, and that's good from Reading. It's a long way into the window for them. Waves of rain streaming across from right to left on your picture. You're watching the NatWest Vase quarter-final live on RFU.com. Kickoff here was at 2:30. St George's College in the maroon and the white shorts, maroon shirts, white shorts. Reading in the blue stripes and the navy shorts. But it's St George's with possession. Ball is loose and on the floor. Picked up, and they come forward. Now then, what's the decision from the referee there? It's gone in. I think the ball was unplayable, so St George's will have a chance from the scrum. Ball is there for Delaney. Gets it out through Kelly. Oh, taken into contact. I thought there was going to be a chance for St George's round the outside, but there might yet be. Delaney has got Will Cook as hooker in support. And players down in the left-hand corner, but Reading have managed to get control of it. splashing into the mud and the wet, but they come away with it. You can see the strength of the wind as the tackle bags go flying across the field behind the play. Someone will retrieve that from a tree shortly, no doubt. But Reading tap and go. Will Taylor leading from the front, as you would want your skipper to do. Ball is out. Loader's there. Oh, it came to Obienu.
Good thinking, Kenny!
But
Go! Good
penalty they will come back for.
Watch the runner, watch the runner!
So Reading come charging again. Here goes Loader, handing off for fun. It's Joe Barlow on the receiving end that time. (7-0) the score. Reading with possession. Out to the right hand side. Loader, little chip through. Going to ask some questions of St George's in defence. Oh, that's good hands from Joe Davey. Ball away through Delaney once more, but Will Cook couldn't hold on to it. Still in St George's possession, but the knock on is given, and there'll be a scrum to Reading. Near us here, over on this side.
Ready, Max? Ready on blind? 8's gonna come this way, Max. You got 8. Stay down. Terry, break blind, Joe.
You may hear an Irish voice from the sidelines. That's Mark Crean. He's the head of rugby here. We'll be hearing from Mark at half-time. The under-15s head coach, though, is Alex Wingfield Digby. He's the geography teacher here. It's his first teaching post. Been here about 4 years. He's an ex-Etonian himself, but it comes back on the Reading side. And that's a decent run and a decent break from Will Taylor. He's got one to beat. Oh, he stumbled through the challenge. And there may be a bit of attention required here for the player on the ground. It was a big hit. It was a brave attempt at the tackle from Joe Davey, but he's taken quite a knock here. He's a big chap, Will Taylor. He really got up ahead of steam. But Joe Davey put himself in the firing line, as you would want your last line of defence to do. He's obviously just taken a bit of a knock, so he's getting some attention out there, is Mark Crean. Mentioned the coaches for St George's College. St George's College. Coach for Reading is Paul Teixeira. He's a chemistry and biology teacher. He's also the assistant housemaster in the boarding house. Represented Cornwall at all age groups. So Joe Davies back on his feet. I think he's just going to take a little moment. Dad, incidentally, is chairman of the governors here at St George's. All of his siblings have been through the school. Plays his rugby round the corner at Esher. Bravely standing in the way of the Reading skipper, Taylor. Round of applause. And we're ready to get back underway. Reading with possession. There's that man Taylor once again. This time he's brought down by his opposite number, Joe Terry. There's loose ball, but penalty is coming. Players in at the side. And Reading need to try and use some of this possession to turn it into points in a decent part of the field. Taylor again, and look how many it takes to stop him. Ball is out, Loader. It's come out to the wing, but it's loose ball, and it could be another chance for St George's to try and capitalise. Very close to the whitewash. Reading trying to ruck over that one, but it's still with St George's. Puts up a high ball. That's going to test Ian Davis, but he's done well. He's scragged by Ollie Hall, but he's trying to get the ball back. St George's are coming through at pace, but it does squirt out. Reading with possession, maintaining it despite the pressure from St George's. Nearly went forward there. I think the referee... Well, no, he's spotted a penalty. St George's not rolling away. And Reading take it quickly, wanting to keep up the momentum. Alex O'Brien, the man to do so, and that St George's weren't back 10. So the referee makes sure that they get back on their mark. And Luca Moffat ready to take the quick tap. Gives it on to Rowan Smith. Smith slipping more than he's tackled. Inevitable in these conditions, and the ball's come back on the St George's College side. Intelligent kick through from the scrum half, considering there was no one at home. Obienu is absolutely flattened by Ed Morrison. And it's penalty St George's. Holding on to the ball. And they're going to try and use this. Is there going to be a chance for Harry Weatherall round the outside? Well, no, Reading defence holds up strong on that occasion. Delaney out to the right this time. Ollie Hall tries to step inside one, eventually gets the offload away. Is there going to be a chance in the right hand corner? Try is given. Ed Morrison, the man to touch down. It's try number 2 for the home side, and you can hear the cheers from the support. Not going to be an easy touchline conversion for Harry Delaney. He's got one, but Ollie Hall proving his worth in that move. And this time it was Ed Morrison, the man to finish it off. Only started playing rugby last year, Morrison. Become a wing, having played number 8. You can see that flag on the 22-yard line buffeting about. Now the wind has knocked the ball off the tee. It is a blustery old day, but if anything, the rain has slightly eased. It is still coming down though. And no sooner have I said that as it picks up straight away again. It's not going to be a conversion to remember, but it is the second try. So there's the conditions. You can see them clearing the standing water from the pitch to try and keep it as safe for these lads as possible. But 12-0, St George's have the lead then. Oh, now then, ball's been knocked on. Could this be an opportunity for Reading to use field position to get back into this? They need to. They need to make the most of this ball that they've had. St George's, though, have used their opportunities. Comes to the right. Oh, it wasn't easy for Loader. Knocked it on, and St George's have possession advantage being played by referee Wagstaff. Ball's on the floor. Weatherall lays it back. Kick comes forward. Ian Davis has got to try and get there. Obienu coming back to try and help, but Ed Morrison is steaming forward now then. Did he take the man without the ball? Referee thinks so. Penalty coming to Reading. And they'll get a chance to clear their lines.
Tom, you ready?
So the time on your screen is there as largely a guide. There is obviously a bit of stop-start according to the referee's whistle. So we're just a few minutes, we would imagine, from the end of this first half. 30 minutes a half at this under-15s level. You're watching the NatWest Vase on RFU.com. St George's College against Reading School for a place in the semis that will be played at Allianz Park, and then on from there to Twickenham. This is the drop-down competition from those clubs, or those schools rather, that didn't quite make it in the cup competition. Either way, there will be a lot of games played all of these schools by the time they reach that final. And what you won't be able to see is that Kenny Obieni has just come off the field and is having half the pitch removed from his face. In the meantime, it's Delaney waiting to get that ball in. The rain, dare I say it, abating for a moment, just getting slightly brighter, but Reading have the ball. Offload is good. Jeers on the far side, weren't too sure whether it was backwards or not. Ball is at the back. St George's using their strength to try and get over that, but ball is there for Reading. A stray boot knocks it through, but Loader has it. Tries a little prod through, gets in behind Harry Weatherall. Weatherall, little show, has support on the outside, and there's not a lot of room down this narrow touchline, but it's a decent enough run from Jamie Kelly. Just over the halfway line, then Delaney spots no one at home and wants to get the chase on again. Davis is scuttling back for it, trying to hack it on. Referee says it's open play and available. Getting men in there to try and get hold of it. Tricky for the referee now. St George's with possession. They've looked dangerous every time they've had it, particularly in this area of the field. And we don't get a score in that corner, but we do get a blow of the whistle for half-time. Well, St George's College taking their opportunities in that first half, despite the best endeavours of Reading, keeping hold of possession for large spells. We've had a try from Ollie Hall, a try from Ed Morrison, and one conversion from Delaney, which gives us a half-time score of St George's College 12, Reading School 0. So while we have this half-time break, we can hear from the St George's College head of rugby, Mark Crean, who is the assistant coach here to Alex Wingfield-Digby. And let's hear what he had to say when we spoke to him a little earlier.
Rugby first started in St George's in 1923. That's when the college played their first match, and it was against Wimbledon College. So that's the school's oldest rival, and we still play them to this day. And it's been played ever since then, all the way through, obviously stopping with the Second World War and so on. But yeah, it's been played for a long time and a great amount of history behind it. Traditionally, St George's isn't a huge rugby school. We're not one of the bigger rugby schools in the country, but over the past few years we've had a little bit more success in the national competitions, in the Vase competition. They play from under 12s at the college all the way up to under 18s, and then we have a junior school down the road, and they'll play fixtures all the way from under 7s up to under 11s. There's block fixtures every weekend, and like I said, we've been playing Wimbledon College for a long time, and then other old rivals from a Catholic school point of view are St Benedict's, and Lord Wandsworth is another old rivalry we have, and we have a rugby fixture list that goes from September through till Christmas. We just play one term of rugby with about 12 full blocks, and then we take part in the national NatWest competition as well as those weekend block fixtures. I suppose being in the NatWest Cup means a great deal, especially to these boys, when you get a day like today where the TV cameras come and watch them, and they get more recognition, not just from the TV cameras and so on, but also the recognition from their peers in school, from their friends and their folks, and they're really, really excited about it now at this stage of the competition, thinking that if they get one step further, they might end up playing at Saracens Ground, the Alliance Stadium, or even if they get all the way to the final to play in Twickenham, for these boys would be unbelievable. So, you know, they're all pretty excited, so it's a case of trying to keep them all fairly grounded and keep their feet in the ground. But they're all certainly really, really excited, and they've all enjoyed the competition so far, definitely. So in 2011 we got to the final of the Vase competition. That was for the first time ever. The school had never been that far in the competition before, and we've slowly started to improve a little bit over the last few years, although the school has had very good teams throughout the years since they started playing rugby. That was probably the first little bit of national recognition we got, and we've tried to push on in the competition since then.
So we're ready for the second half to begin now then. Referee doesn't want to keep the players waiting too long in these conditions, which I think is a wise move. And Harry Delaney with the first clearance of the second half, and St George's College in the maroon shirts, and I think they were white shorts, but they're certainly a lovely shade of brown now. St George's with possession from the line out. St George's will hope with a 12-0 advantage at half-time that they'll be able to close this one out. Delaney playing the percentages game once more, goes for touch and make crowd of supporters here despite the conditions. The golfing umbrellas in full force here in leafy Surrey.
Just so when they scored their
On the floor there. Joe Terry's taken a bit of a knock, but in the meantime, from second row to back row this season, but so St George. A try of the game for St George's. They'll be mighty pleased with that. So Harry Delaney waits to take. Plays his rugby. And not easy when you can't really firmly. As Ben Loader looks follow up. It's taken on the floor by Reading, but wasn't the cleanest. He says that the ball's out, and it's been so greasy here. And the referee decides that finals. It's looking like St George's College have 1 foot in them as it stands. Reading carry it in. Scrum will be Reading's. Dare I say it, we can almost see some bright sunshine trying to come through. Momentary break in the monsoon conditions. The weather so prevalent in this, you're getting a forecast as much as you're getting a commentary on a rugby game. from Ed Morrison, try scorer. Ball to ground. Ball pops out. Delaney's got to react quicker than that, but St George's pick up the ball and make decent knock-ons as we are given the greasiness. So changes being made for Reading. Referee gets the sides down. Reading with work to do to get out of their own 22. St George's will put the pressure on them. And well to try and relieve a bit of the pressure there. The line out at this level, of course. Various levels of schools rugby have little differences in them. Wasn't the easiest of takes for Ryan Notter.
Where's Matt Bow?
The foot-in wasn't straight, so Reading will have the scrum.
He's gone down and his knee's gone in.
Advice coming from Mark Crean from the sidelines. Luca Moffat gets the ball in. It's a big shove from St George's. But the referee decides they're going to have that reset. Might have been a bit of a let-off for Reading, that one. They're going to feel they're going to need to get this ball away. Oh, it's not the tidiest of scrums, but it is back on the Reading side, and they do pick and go this time. And if they could get the offload to the left wing, well, they might have had some room. Will Taylor, though, well, we've seen all game, is a man that likes contact. Not tidy ball. Loader hacks it across field, but Ollie Hall's done brilliantly to field that in midfield. And he now gets those long legs striding away, brought down just over the 22. Support is there from St George's. Attempted little chip over the top from Delaney. Didn't quite work for him on that occasion. And we'll have the scrum down to Reading. There was that loose hack across the field that gave the opportunity for Hall to get that counter-attack. So ball is down for Reading from the line. Sunshine breaking through over on that far side. Can almost see blue sky above me. This game, minute by minute, slipping away from Reading. 17-0 the score. You're watching the NatWest Vase streaming on RFU.com. St George's winning the opportunity to get this game broadcast from their school here in Weybridge this afternoon. That was all part of the Show Your Colours. The ball at the back, Marco Cranshaw. On for, oh, now then he's just knocked that forward. I don't know that the referee spotted that, maybe thought he kicked it. Chases on from Reading. Comes loose, Loader trying to get a boot to it. But St George's have won it on the floor. Charge down though. Loader chases after it. Out for St George's. Is Loader eventually going to get that? No. Referee calls them back for men going off their feet, and it will be a penalty to the home side. And that, well, typified Reading's afternoon really. Opportunities to come forward but not able to convert them. And St George's with another chance to get this one away. Well, looked like he was going to try and clear to that touchline, but he's decided to take it quickly and set away his back line. Lovely work from Delaney, and well, where they might have got up to perhaps the 10-metre line with the clearance, they're beyond that now with ball in hand and still with possession. Good thinking by the home side scrum half. Dunmore carries on, brought down by Petrov. Little chip over the top. It's not going to be the easiest for Davis, but he's done well, broken the first tackle as well. Makes a good 10 metres. No one there to play scrum half. St George is getting a bit of a shove on, but the ball is out. Referee has to duck out of the way. Good carry from Reading over the halfway line this time, but once again no one was there. Referee says that we're going to have a scrum to Reading at that moment.
Go down, Ben, if you're injured.
Ben Loader just hobbling on the near side, but Reading are going to make a change over on the far side. We've seen, St George's. We've seen all we're going to see from Joe Barlow. He leaves the field. Changes being made by both sides now. Kene Obienu coming back onto the field. Multiple changes in the back line. Just to run you through the benches once more: Johnny Beaumont, Louis Dunmore, Will Hilton, Tom Ho, Joe Duggan, Marco Crancher and Jamie Bowden for St George's. And for Reading, Sean Neal, Sayandeep Das, Sean Kupani, Mikael Khan, Ed O'Sullivan, Seth Perris and Tom Lewis. St George's playing left to right in the maroon shirts and the somewhat greyed supposed white shorts.
People are knackered. Have you got a shirt on? Get Joe's shirt.
Ryan Davis, the scrum half, has now come forward to play. Sorry, the fullback has come forward to play scrum half. Waiting for this scrum to get underway. Referee tells Davis to get the ball in. It's not in. Well, it's not in on the Reading side. It is in on the St George's side, and they win that one against the head, and they've got decent ball for Weatherall to try and get away with on that left-hand side. Comes back for Cranshaw. Dunmore scored one barracking try, and he gets another couple of metres there. St George's forwards doing well to keep the leg action going, keep the drive forward and the low body position. Reading having to defend more in the second half. St George's have had more ball and have had more possession, but just knocked forward by Ryan Notter there, and Reading will have possession again.
Last 10, Reading.
Walking wounded over here.
Got about 11 minutes left.
Yeah, I think so.
Haven't really had many stoppages this second half, so that, we imagine, a fairly decent reflection.
Ideas for the parents.
Tries for St George's from Ollie Hall, Ed Morrison, Lewis Dunmore, Harry Delaney with the one conversion. St George's with the 17-0 lead. That ball just bobbing over on the far side. But there was a knock on, so Reading will have the scrum. Referee just needs to tidy that scrum up over on the far side.
So he's gone to kick a ball and a guy's gone
Players
down
are keeping
on his leg.
warm. Ed Morrison, right winger,
To be honest, I think it's going to be
just keeping the legs going,
not really
keeping
a
warm,
tonight, unless
keeping
it's
well
broken, which I
stretched.
don't think it is. But you're probably better eyes than me. Do you want to have a look? Ben? There isn't a bench anyway, is there? Something like that.
Referee just having a word with these players now. Wants to try and get the scrums tidied up a little bit.
We've got a full blanket now, haven't we?
So let's hope we can get this ball in and away, and a little bit more rugby played in this quarter-final. You got a sense that for all their first half endeavour, Reading should deserve something out of this game, but St George's have been strong and used their opportunities well. 17 points to the good as a result. Making a few more changes. I think that might be Jamie Bowden who's just come onto the field. Breakers from Reading. Advantage being played. Not 10 is the call from the referee. Reading tap and go once more. Good running from Taylor. Is going to need support. Well, he'll need support when eventually he's brought down. Good 20-yard run from Taylor. Ball's out for Davis. Reading come flying through. It's tapped quickly. Oh, it's good hands. Nearly spilled on the floor. Reading still with possession. Haven't seen them in the St George's half too often in this second half. Moffat was well wrapped up. He's got to release the ball, but it is still there on the Reading side. It's gone backwards. Reading still with possession. Obienu getting his hands dirty, supporting his forwards well. Doing it bit by bit. They go down the left-hand side here, and that's good from Reading. Doing to St George's what they've largely been doing to them the second half, picking and going well, using the forwards. Comes out to the right this time. That was Malone. Blow of the whistle by the referee, Mr. Wagstaff. And I think that may have been players not rolling away, just having a bit of a discussion with the forwards. Jack Walters, the man there, being spoken to. There's being a change made for St George's. Malone carries up for Reading. Still have possession on the St George's 22. The rain splashing around. Now then, lots of blows on the referee's whistle. I think we may have an injury here. There was concern from the ref. Players on the floor. Lower leg injury perhaps. So we've got Mark Crean there, and stood on the right. Just calling for a little bit more assistance. We certainly hope player down is going to be okay. Two of them lift him away. And I think we're going to see the introduction of Sayandeep Das. Replacing Suleiman Ali, the man who's left the field. Seven minutes remaining then after the changes. So there is Sayandeep Das, who joins the field. Just as we look at the players looking to get down here, there's AstroTurf pitches over on the far side, and it's credit to the groundsman that we are playing on this one, because those are currently underwater as the school lake has burst its banks and flooded those pitches. So credit to the ground staff here at St George's.
I can't feel. I think that might be dry on the inside.
Yes, incidentally mentioning earlier some of the former names of St George's: Sir Clive Sinclair, cricketing brothers Adam and the late Ben Hollyoake, but of course their latest name in the ranks is Bath and England fullback Anthony Watson. He was vice captain of the rugby team here 2 years ago. So here on RFU.com you could be watching some stars of tomorrow.
Good.
Reading with possession at the moment, coming forward. Marcus Watson's brothers still attendees of the school. Reading get themselves the penalty.
Hard run! Hey, moving! No hands! Tackle is legal.
Still with possession. There's Das. Fresh legs, pumping away. Penalty Reading. They tap and go quickly.
Not 10!
Taylor, always in the thick of things.
Take it!
There's one thing Reading need, it's someone to play that scrum half role a little bit more efficiently. Ball is often there waiting. St George's have capitalised on that split second moment a few times. Oh, now then, I think we're going to see a card here, possibly for slowing the ball down. Being spoken to, and Dunmore, I think it is going to have some time off the field. Well, there we are. What can Reading do with the man advantage? Right in front of the post now, but no sooner have they taken the penalty than they give one away. Holding on the floor, and St George's will get possession back. Reading managed to get possession, looking to take advantage once St George's had thought the ball was on its way out. They counter-attack. Still coming forward. Ball is at the back there. Little pick and go, but players falling to the deck rather than managing to make any major strides forward. And St George's, inevitably one senses, get hold of the ball. Chance to clear the lines, but no. Falls into another Reading hand. And it's good strength Very, very close to the line now. Referee brings them back though as they fall short. Penalty to Reading. Or is it a free kick? Accidental offside, I think, is the call from the referee. Giving it on to George Malone. Reading, are they going left or are they going right? They don't seem too sure themselves. And Obieno loves to get the legs going and get running, but he didn't get a chance there, did he? Good defence from the home side. Coming round the corner and stopping that one at source. Reading come again. Long spell of possession down on, or in this area of the field towards the St George's line. Will they get the chance to get a score on the board? They come round the left hand side. Malone. Try given. Reading get themselves a score. It's Will Taylor, the skipper. And Reading are on the board. It may be somewhat of a consolation score at this stage, but they will be pleased. And Taylor, well, he's done so much right for the side this afternoon, hasn't he? And he's the man to get hold of the 5 points. Such history with Reading School. It's founded over 500 years ago. Conversion attempt doesn't quite get there. Referee has a little check of the watch. Notable alumni from Reading: Damien Green, Minister of State for Police and Criminal Justice, and Ross Brawn, former technical director of the championship-winning Benetton and Ferrari teams. There's a couple of stats for you on Reading. And they were State School of the Year, awarded by the Sunday Times in 2010. So 2 schools of decent calibre on and off the field. But this afternoon it's been home side that have done the good work in terms of scoring tries and making the most of their opportunities. Not long left then of this one. 17 points to 5. St George's have the lead. All squatting around all over the park. We've got another player receiving or requiring attention. You can see that our clock has ticked down on your screen. Referee, another little quick look at the watch. This may be one of the last moments of play. Of course, they're missing Louis Dunmore, so got to make sure that they've got the requisite members on the field, and they will now be bereft of players in the back line. St George is taking themselves a little while to get organised. Ball is kicked out by Delaney. He knows that that is the final act of the match. Referee Mr Wagstaff blows the final whistle, and St George's College have done it. They are the victors by 3 tries to 1. It's a decent showing in what largely for the game has been very poor conditions. The scoring was opened by Ollie Hall. Ed Morrison got on the score sheet before half time to give us a 12-0 break score, and then Dunmore with the 3rd for St George's to take them up to 17. We had a consolation try by Will Taylor, the Reading skipper, but it is St George's who will go forward from the competition. A semi-final that will include Altrincham Grammar or Stowe School, depending on results of those games tomorrow, or that game tomorrow rather. But it's massive congratulations to the home side. Home ground proving important, and we can see the sportsmanship of the game as St George's applaud Reading, their opponents, off the field this afternoon. Paul Teixeira, the coach, well, he'll be pleased with the effort from his side. They couldn't capitalise on a lot of the possession they had in the first half. They got one try to show for their efforts, but they can leave the field after a decent showing in the competition. And Reading will of course applaud off St George's College. They go through to the semi-finals as the victors. We thank you very much for watching this RFU.com stream of the live match. St George's College the victors by 17 points to 5. They go through to the NatWest Vase semi-finals to be played at Allianz Park, where the teams will fight for a place at Twickenham in the final.